Hey, welcome! Today, we're going to talk about unlocking what might be the most useful superpower you could ever have, and that's mastering your money. And look, don't worry, we are totally skipping the boring spreadsheets and all that confusing jargon. We're going to break this down so it's simple, it's powerful, and yeah, maybe even a little fun. So let's just dive right in. So let me just ask you something right off the bat. Think about last month. Between all the chai, the phone recharges, those subscriptions you probably forgot about, and the late night snacks, do you actually know where all your money went? It's a surprisingly tough question to answer, right? And it's the perfect place for us to begin. Now, take a look at this number, over 300. What's that about? Well, a recent NPCI survey found that's the average number of UPI payments a student makes every single month. I mean, each tap is just a small purchase, sure, but just think about how quickly that adds up. It really shows how easy it is for our money to just kind of vanish without us even noticing. Okay, so how do we get that control back? Well, it all starts with the absolute foundation of smart spending. This is the first, and honestly, it's the most important step. Finally getting crystal clear on the difference between what you truly need and what you simply want. This slide just makes it so simple, doesn't it? On one side, you've got a roadie. That's a basic necessity. That's a need. On the other side, a delicious ice cream sundae. It's a treat. It's great to have, but you can definitely live without it. And that, right there, is a want. And this is a key insight from the RBI's own financial education guide. The real secret, the real trick, is learning to spot those wants and having the discipline to sometimes just say, not right now. That simple act, that's what unlocks your ability to hit your bigger financial goals. Okay, so once you can separate your needs from your wants, you are ready for the next big step, building a budget. Now, I know, the word budget can sound really restrictive, but I want you to think of it as a plan for your freedom. It's all about you taking control and telling your money exactly where you want it to go. I absolutely love this quote from financial guru Dave Ramsey. It just perfectly captures that shift in mindset. A budget isn't about what you can't have, it's about proactively deciding what you will have, both right now and down the road. And when you boil it all down, a successful budget is really this simple. Your income on one side is heavier than your expenses on the other. This creates a surplus, and that surplus is the money you can use to save, to invest, and to build your future. That's the goal. But the flip side is this unbalanced scale. And this, my friends, is the danger zone. When your expenses are constantly outweighing your income, it just leads to stress and debt and that awful feeling of always being one step behind. This is the exact cycle we're here to break. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Let's get practical with a brilliantly simple framework literally anyone can use. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. And seriously, you should think of this as a cheat code for budgeting. Here's how it works. You take your income after taxes and you split it into 3 buckets. A full 50% is for your needs. We're talking the essentials like rent, food, utilities. Then 30% is for your wants, the fun stuff like movies, eating out, shopping. And then a super crucial 20% goes directly to your financial goals. That's your savings, investments, or paying off any loans. So let's make it real with an example. Say your monthly income is 50,000 rupees. Well, using the rule, you'd set aside 25,000 for your needs, 15,000 for your wants, and you'd immediately put 10,000 towards your financial goals. See? It's a clear, simple path for every single rupee you earn. Now, once you've mastered saving that 20%, this is where the real magic begins. We shift gears from just managing your money to actively growing it. And the most powerful force in the universe for this is a little concept called compounding. The Reserve Bank of India puts it so beautifully. They say investing is like planting a tree. You start with this tiny little sapling, and with time and patience, it grows into something massive that can provide for you for years and years to come. It's a long-term game for sure. So what exactly is compounding? Well, with simple interest, you only earn interest on your initial investment. That's it. But with compound interest, you earn interest on your original money plus all the interest it has already generated. Your money literally starts making more money all by itself. Want a quick way to really feel how powerful this is? Let's talk about a fantastic little mental math trick. It's called the Rule of 72. And it's a super simple way to estimate how long it'll take for your investment to double in value.
The formula is unbelievably easy. You just take the number 72 and divide it by your annual interest rate. So for example, if your investment is earning 6% a year, it'll take about 12 years to double your money. What if you get an 8% return? Well, that's just 9 years. I mean, that is the power of compounding in action.
Now, doing all of this, the tracking, the budgeting, the investing, it might sound like a lot of work. But here's the good news. Today, we have an entire toolkit of brilliant apps designed to make it all almost effortless.
For instance, tired of wondering where your money went? An app like Walnut can track your spending for you automatically. Constantly trying to split bills with your friends? Splitwise makes that a total breeze. And what about investing? Well, apps like Jar or Grow can take your digital spare change and automatically invest it, putting that compounding magic to work without you even having to think about it.
And here is the key takeaway. These apps, they're not just trackers, they're teachers. They help you build the habit of financial discipline out in the real world, which is something most of us never learn in a classroom, right? They simply make you way more aware of your own financial behavior. This quote from Bill Cutt just says it all, doesn't it? The habits you build today with a small amount of money are the exact same habits that will let you manage much larger sums successfully down the line. You start small, you learn the skills, and you just build from there. And so, we kind of end up right back where we started, but hopefully with a totally new perspective. See, money isn't good or bad. It's not. It's simply a tool. And you can use that tool to build your dreams, or you can let it dig you into a hole. After everything we've covered today, the only real question left is, how will you choose to use it?